beautiful Captain Planet. Best Captain Planet. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to episode 50-something.
Oh, we're on.
57?
58?
58.
I typed in 58, but I wasn't sure.
Welcome to episode
pretty sure it's
100.
58.
We've made it to 100, you guys.
Wow. Thanks for sticking with us.
Yeah.
Thank you to all 60,000 of our weekly listeners and subscribers.
We couldn't do it without you.
We
Couldn't
love
do it,
you all.
Each of you giving $30 a month to our Patreon.
It makes my heart sore.
Yeah.
But before we get into
Turned
tonight's
on
episode, we have some announcements, as always.
much.
World Anvil. I'm cutting in. I do this from time to time. World
whoa.
Anvil. Check it out. For all your world building needs and accessories, our affiliate link is worldanvil.pxf.io/roll-slayers. You can do cool stuff in there. Keep track of your weird stuff. And they give you cool writing prompts that you can use if you're running dry on ideas.
Very true. I use it every single day. Not exaggerating.
Well, before I tell you about the infamous Slider Kings, I want, if there's somebody out there and you work at Taco Bell.
Where's this going?
When I'm not criticizing you, but the person who made my burrito.
Ooh.
And this isn't shots fired. I'm just saying, like, the angle you roll the burrito at matters.
Oh, man, yeah.
Because if you lay out all of the ingredients, say side by side, oh, I'm going to do rice, and then I'm going to do beans, and then I'm going to do cheese and sour cream, and then you roll it this way,
It's like a
then I gotta go through the beans to get to the rice, to get to the sour cream and the cheese.
Okay, here's the other thing that they do, and I know they do this because I worked there when I was in when I just graduated high school and before I came to college. Weirdest summer of my life in a lot of ways, but the thing that I never understood was so many of the employees would wrap the burrito but only enclose one end and leave the other end of it open.
Like it's a commercial?
For what reason?
I have no idea.
And then wrap it in foil?
And so, they don't use foil; they just
Or
use the paper, right? But it's so utterly chaotic, right? Imagine, like, you get your burrito, you open up one side of it, and it's the side that you opened up is wrapped perfectly. You take a bite, and then everything out the other end.
Now, the real question is it chaotic neutral or chaotic evil?
I don't know.
Chaotic
They
evil.
seemed like they knew what they were doing. They did that every time.
It's probably
like that
chaotic
was
evil.
a thing.
Chaotic
Yeah, that's
evil
how all
because
of
they were-
all
they
of
were
my Taco Bell
knowingly
burritos
doing
growing
that.
up were like that. And you just unwrapped it and then ate it from the open side. Like the idea of unwrapping the end, it's like why would anyone unwrap one end of the burrito? But it's because of that. Because like I grew up with just it's like, oh, I guess other places close both ends, and that makes more sense.
If you lay the ingredients vertically,
Yes. Who does this like this and then this
I don't
next
know, but
to it?
I didn't get any sour cream until my last 2 bites.
That's ooh.
So
And then it's all sour cream.
I'm just saying, like, I don't think there's anything more I can say. No one here listens to this and works at Taco Bell. You're all parents. You've moved past that.
It's true.
And so, because this is the parents'
When you
favorite.
teach your children to make burritos,
Yes.
it matters.
Yes.
Anyway.
Thank you to Sirenscape and also Beyond Skyrim Bruma.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. I mean, what those guys contribute,
Look, Hayden, this is
what
your
a Taco
fault.
Bell employee could contribute by wrapping
here's
correctly.
the thing is
This is
Jeremy's
your fault,
like
Hayden.
a stone's throw from losing his ad read privileges after this one.
We have strong opinions on Taco Bell on this podcast.
You got us all eating Taco Bell all of the time.
I don't even live there. I don't live there. all y'all went to Taco Bell without me, just like
Only
everyone in high
without
school.
you.
Hayden, don't play like that. I remember your Tuesday afternoon Taco Bell routine, or was that Wednesdays?
I guess we should say
It
we have a
wasn't
guest
Tuesday
star.
afternoon. It was
Yeah,
Wednesday
that's
afternoon.
important.
This is our friend Chris, and we like him.
This is
Hi,
Chris
hello.
Knox. We like him.
Oh, thank you.
We hope you do too.
No, we know you will. We know you. I just don't look at the camera at all.
I'm not either. I forget that that's.
So, Sirenscape.com adds a depth to your
Oh my gosh.
sensory
Taco
immersion.
Bell experience.
Taco Bell could add
could have a
audio
sound
to the
fade.
podcast
No.
too. Yeah, I could think of a lot of Foley we could do with Taco
Oh,
Bell.
boy.
Okay.
Anyways, so Sirenscape.com, check them out. They add a super cool depth to just the immersive atmosphere of your games, and I don't know, maybe it'll find something fun to put you to sleep. And Sirenscape. No, I said that one. BeyondSkyrim.org for awesome orchestral swelling and doom, doom, the drums. My brain is totally a mess right now.
You know what I did last week? I put on Beyond Skyrim for my children to battle to.
That's
Like they picked up their weapons
Pretty
and they
cool.
wanted music. And I knew where to go.
There we go.
Like this actually happened in my life.
There we go.
Great
Yeah.
fun.
So cool.
Yeah.
So check out rollslayers.com/partners to see all of our other partners that partner with us.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Partner.
You know, the summer that I worked at Taco Bell,
No,
it
no.
was 2000.
No, I'm cutting you off.
All right.
Follow us on social media. Check out our Patreon. Let's play some D&D.
Yeah.
So, last we left off, the party departed from Goldenrod Villa, having apprehended Linus Cartagia and finding substantial proof of a slavery ring by the Cartagias. Elin departing from the party by way of teleportation circle provided by Cyrus. Kaya, later on, departing from the party on foot.
That's a shame.
The squire of Elin, for you, Chris, who was forgotten. But the party had a message and a package to deliver from Rokadis Tazavor in the dwarven city of Degeldar, or Degeldwar, depending upon who.
Doer Diggle, I think it was.
Diggle Diggle. But-
Or Diggle, break the pickle.
They had heard of a entrance within the mountains of the Galfell range of mountains to the east, and made their way through a long and perilous journey, climbing up long mountain stretches and tall cliffs, encountering a bit of snow, but finally making it to the city of Degeldar, within this giant cavern filled to the brim with extravagant buildings and colorful gym-like facades on them. They met the captain of the guard and was directed to an inn for the night to stay. They were directed to Flintbeard's Tap House, where they had some strong dwarven drink, as well as a hearty dinner before going to bed that evening. Before they went to bed, though, they did inquire with the innkeep, "Who's Ogrun?" The note scrawled on the package said the name Ogrun, in which he stated that Ogrun is, he knows a fair amount of Ogruns, but if it's an important Ogrun, there's Ogrun Allseer of the Marble Crest Sanctuary. And that's where we'll pick up the morning after. Each of you come to consciousness in your large, almost cavernous in themselves, these rooms are. This whole building is stone as opposed to most second stories which you've been in, which are, wood and wattle and daub. These are stone, so they're like nice and insulated, and there's a roaring fire that, if you kept it through the night, it's quite toasty in your room, but it's quite expansive. But each of you come downstairs for breakfast and are greeted by one another.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hi, friends.
How did you sleep?
Really weird. I'm not used to the whatever elevation we are right now, and the temperature is just the stone.
Not much give for an old man's
Not
back.
much give for an old man's back. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I sleep just fine. How about you, Remy?
Well, I personally, I slept wonderfully. I think the dwarves really have it down as far as, ergonomic comfort and for a bed.
No, I think
That's
they got
it.
some work to do on that. I'm sorry.
How
I'm
do they?
gonna have to push back on that.
Oh, you'll push back on that? I think maybe we should look at your back, I guess.
Yeah.
As you guys are kind of sitting down for breakfast, the innkeep does bring some breakfast. It looks to be like kind of mashed, like fried potatoes and like thick sausages. And he also sets down a pint of ale at each table.
I would like. What do we have? Knives and forks?
Nope.
Pint of ale for breakfast.
I would like not really know how to pick up the sausage and kind of take it from each side and just kind of start eating it from the middle. Like, I don't know how to eat this food without utensils, really. Trying to be very dainty.
But he doesn't say anything.
As he's setting down the food and kind of gives you a strange look, but then just kind of shakes his head. Good morning. You off to see Ogrun this morning?
Well, it looks like that's probably the best lead that we have here. Our hastiness has left us ill-prepared for this mission, but nevertheless, you've been extremely helpful in pointing us in that right direction.
Not a problem. You might need to know someone to get into Marble Crest. Do you know anyone?
Well, I know you.
Oh, no, someone
Mr.
who has access to the library.
I think mostly we just know each other.
You don't know anyone in the city?
We know
Well,
you.
Okay.
We know we have our connections. But
Cyrus, by the way, has produced a small wooden stick that he has skewered the sausage with and is eating
Oh, like a corn dog?
like a corn dog.
oh my goodness. Old habits die hard.
Oh, go ahead.
But we are open for. Do you know anyone?
Oh,
Maybe someone we could, scratch their back. They could scratch ours.
can't think of any. You know what? Actually, that kid down at Pig Stickers. I think he has. I think he frequents it. You might check with him.
Okay, the kid at Pig Stickers. That sounds great.
What kid was that?
And pardon me, my good sir, I don't suppose you could rustle up some of your fine dwarven mushrooms for me?
Oh, aye. Sausage not to your liking.
It just I don't consume flesh.
I wouldn't have taken Remy for one to have denied the hospitality of our gracious hosts.
Oh no, I don't mean to do any such thing.
You don't eat meat?
Not typically.
That's all right. Okay. I got mushrooms. It's okay. I'll bring some out there. You don't eat like even fish?
I can do fish in a pinch. I mean, generally I'll eat fish.
Strange. He goes back into the back kitchen a little bit later. He pulls out a kind of a mushroom stew for you.
Thank you. And he just puts his face in his hands for a second and then recomposes and eats the soup.
There, and Vinny will just pat him on the back. Oh. It's okay. I was just ribbing you a bit there, putting you on the spot. It was good to see you squirm.
That was a good one. He eats his soup.
Don't worry, I don't think he talks to many people in town. Your reputation will be intact.
I think he does. He's a tavern keeper.
It's okay. It's okay, Remy.
I've eschewed the hospitality of the dwarves already.
What did you think was going to happen when
less than a day?
you don't eat meat? What exactly did you think that dwarves ate?
Well, I knew they did, but obviously there's an affinity for things that grow underground here. I thought, I can eat that.
Do you
I'm
intend
happy
to
eat that.
mushrooms the entire time we're here?
Well, there's other things that grow down here. There's root vegetables, that sort of thing.
Rocks.
I don't.
Pieces of leather?
Dwarves don't eat rocks.
You guys.
All right. I relent.
What is this kid that you know from where?
I don't know him. Some kid at Pig Stickers.
You don't know?
I don't. No.
Should we have gotten a description of him?
We go to Pig Stickers. We see the kid. We'll figure it out.
Well, I think really what we ought to have done is we ought to have asked a few more questions of Mokadas while we were there.
Well, we can't
Right.
do that now.
We can't do that now.
Everything was such a blur, and my heart was like practically beating in my throat.
We were too
the entire
concerned with
time.
the ethical implications of doing more favors for this Lord of the Underground.
I think that, might have lost the forest for the trees a little bit in that case.
Yep.
Well, there's nothing we can do now. Let's just continue on. Right?
Yes.
Yes.
And I like that. Lord of the Underground. That's a good nickname for you, Remy. Lord of the Underground.
Thank you.
All right. So I guess we finished food?
Yeah.
Yes.
You finish breakfast and go about your day.
And on to the sticky pig.
No.
I'm beginning to think he's doing this on purpose. Let's just let him have it.
Okay. Yes. Yes. Let's go.
So you just
In real life, I'm never going to remember the name of anything in this game.
John the player is doing it on purpose. Cyrus'
Yes,
character he doesn't care.
Oh, good.
Oh, I love it.
Just so we know, John's not an idiot.
No, I know John's not an idiot. I know he's doing this on purpose. It's ruining me.
So where are you guys going?
A brisk walk outdoors. Where should we start, Finn?
Wait, you don't know where this place is? Should we
I don't
perhaps
know
go
that
ask
any
for
of us
directions?
really know where anything is right now.
Okay. Maybe I should take charge while we're down here. Just while we're down here, I do know a bit about the dwarves.
Okay,
did
sure.
know
Lead the
they-
way. Where shall we go?
Yes, Lord of the Underworld. What did you call underground? Underground.
Well, I think the first step would be, and then he goes back into the tavern and just asks the tavern keeper, "Do you know where Pig Stickers is?"
Oh yeah, it's in Axgarden Market. It's if you take that road right, keep going down, you'll find it.
Thank you, fine master. May your beard grow long and eternal.
Aye,
And he walks.
yours too.
That's a good one, Flynn Beard.
So you return to the party, Remy, having directions, and you guys can make your way towards Axgarden Market. You stay within this kind of district of the city, the Tunneler's Perch, but you make your way closer to that large tunnel that you know leads to the highway, and make your way into this kind of almost a sub-district of freestanding stone, almost like open-air market stone booths and tents, as well as large squat buildings as well, where more brick and mortar stores are held. And among them, you find a one-story forge that seems to have this large metal domed chimney stack that is attached to the side. You can hear the banging of a hammer and anvil on it, and you see a sign hanging in iron. No title on it, but there is a boar with a giant spear stuck through its neck on it. You could probably rightly assume that this is Pig Stickers.
Well, this seems pretty clear.
Yes, pig stuck through. This must be the place.
Make your way inside. Okay. It is a large, well-furnished storefront that greets you. Nice, dark wood? It's that same kind of mushroomy wood that you experienced at the tavern, but nicely stained, and neat, orderly stone counters with all sorts of weapons and armor stacked upon them and hanging upon the walls. And at the back, there is a far counter with a back door that leads to, you assume, that chimney stack. And behind the counter is, if you want to describe your character, Chris.
What you see is a dwarf that does not look like what you would expect a child to look like. So by dwarven standards, probably a kid. So like full braided beard, like braided hair all the way down, in some like relatively like medium-ish armor, kind of this splint-looking kind of stuff. Hello. Welcome to Peg Stickers.
Hello, we were looking for a young dwarf by the name of, I forgot the name.
You didn't give
The kid.
We didn't ask for it.
I thought
You
you
didn't
went
ask for the name?
You went in to ask more questions. I assumed that you got this information when you went back inside.
No, I just found the location.
I believe the person we're looking for is right in front of us.
You're talking to him?
You're the
I'm
child.
technically the kid. If that's who you're looking for.
See, he says he's a kid.
Excellent.
Parents run the shop. They won't trust me to go out on my own yet.
Well,
yeah.
could we perhaps have your assistance on an errand?
Well, what kind of errand?
We're struggling to locate. What was his name?
Ogrun.
Right.
Ogrun.
Is that a name that I would be familiar with?
It's a very common name.
It's a very common name around these parts. There's an Ogrun Stonecutter. There's an Ogrun Mud Eater. Like, take your pick.
Well, we are looking for a certain Ogrun who runs the library. And
Ogrun who runs the library, would I be familiar with?
He's mistaken. He doesn't run the library, but there is an Ogrun who is high up in the Marble Crest Sanctuary, which is in part a library as well as other things.
Raise an eyebrow. Who's asking for Ogrun?
well, we simply have a business. Something we just have to deliver a message. And so...
Are you all the secret keeping type?
Well, it's not really our business, and
We can keep a secret if you're looking for, a confidant.
Do they seem trustworthy to me as far as I can tell?
Make an inside check.
This is great. It's an 18.
What is first glance? What does he incite from you? Are you a trustworthy group? What do you guys think?
I am being very sincere.
To us now.
Really, what I'm trying to figure out is, like, do y'all seem like the secret keeping type?
Yeah.
Well, we definitely seem like
think-
the secret keeping type.
Are we
Yeah.
talking about keeping
Trustworthy.
secrets from others,
Yes.
or keeping secrets on behalf of others?
A little bit of both.
yeah, I think you would see like, okay, this is a strange group of people, right? So half-elf,
Yeah.
We've
human,
had to
Human.
a whole, a couple
we've had to tread some difficult political lines, and not make alliances, and we have a certain reserve there. I think.
You see,
He looks like a pirate.
They have trust issues. I'll say you infer that.
Yeah.
Fair enough. No, that's... Okay. I'm not saying I know Ogrun, but I know who you need. And I'm not saying that we have a personal relationship. I might be able to make an introduction.
Well, right. Again, this is a simple errand, and so if we could just have an introduction, I think that would be all that we need, and possibly 2 minutes, and we would be out.
Okay. Also, DM question: are my parents home?
Your dad's in the forge,
Okay.
holding the metal, and your mom is the one just slamming it
Yeah.
with these like buff arms.
What time does the forge close?
So it's morning.
Okay.
Not for
So
a
the
while.
forge doesn't close for a hot minute.
Are you on any kind of time constraints?
No,
Yeah, not particularly.
Can you meet me this evening?
That would give
Absolutely.
us plenty
Yes.
of time to look around the city.
Sure.
You know,
Okay.
you know that your mom has in the past been able to function without you. You think you probably could.
Well, it's less that like they can't function, and more that I don't want them to know that what I've been up to.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool.
yes, certainly. Whatever, we will meet you wherever. You are our only point of contact at this point.
Really? You've met nobody else in the city?
Well, we met Flintbeard,
Yeah,
and we met
yeah,
the
Flintbeard.
guard. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a guard.
Wait,
Y'all don't get anyone's name.
Flintbeard?
we're new in town. This is our first morning here. We're running an errand for an old friend and haven't really had time to make connections yet.
So you're tourists?
Yes.
Very much so.
I was going to ask, since we do have to pass the time, if there's any good sightseeing around here.
But I would obviously probably know if there are sites.
Sure. There's the Leadhammer Battlegrounds on Great Brow Terrace where you can go fight in an arena. There is some good stores around the Axe Garden Market. If you are wanting to tour, obviously the Spirit Forge is something that you can glimpse from afar. You're not necessarily allowed in as a tourist. Stonestaff Hall, pretty similar. And then obviously Stormhold.
So I'm gonna.
We are not shopping episode with a guest again.
I know. Same thought. Yes, right. Like this isn't gonna turn. Yes.
Okay, we're clear on that.
I was not asking about shopping. I was asking about sightseeing.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
so
we can
Right.
sightsee. In fact, I think I have a great idea for some lunch plans.
I'm gonna look suspiciously toward the back of the tower, like the area. Ma! I'm taking some tourist sightseeing!
You hear the hammer pause for a second. Be back for dinner, she says in a very gruff voice.
You can't tell me what to do! I'm 53 years old!
You see a hammer fly out the back door into the room and land on the counter like inches away from him.
Oh.
I may have to come back for dinner, but after dinner.
Right.
Well, you're 53. You're almost as old as I am.
That is young in dwarf years.
Oh.
So, he leads you out of the forge and out of Axe Garden Market to the edge of Tunneler's Perch, and there are stairs that kind of carve circularly and crisscross, almost chaotic, but neatly carved, almost precise, every angled 90-degree, perfection in its craftsmanship, but a little bit chaotic. But he leads you down into what he explains is the Deeping Core, the district of Kings, and starts to point out notable places to you. Of course, he walks by that large statue that you saw from afar of that dwarven wizard that has a door in it, and then a adjoining A-frame that kind of extends into a cliff. You can see now the tiles of the roof of this are made of like this kind of gem-like red mineral. Passes by that, he imparts some information about it being Stonestaff Hall, the arcane and divine magic school of Deguldar.
What is anybody's passive perception in that moment?
15?
It's like 11 or 12. I think it's 11.
17.
So the two of y'all might notice I'm talking about the magic school with a lot of pride, almost like belonging.
He leads
Oh.
you on. Oh, you have something.
No, I can tell you have an affinity for the dwarven magics. I've heard wonderful things about their skill.
Well, what's it to you? I work in the forge.
No, nothing. I was just I thought I'd noticed that you were, kind of admiring. I guess maybe admiring from afar.
It's a prestigious school, and any dwarves who wanted to study magic in this town would study magic here.
That's what I've heard.
Did you happen to have a sports club that you're a fan of?
Do they happen to have a sports club I'm a fan of?
Yeah, there's the blue team. A group of gladiators in the Leadhammer Battlegrounds. They fight the green team sometimes.
Okay, are we going back to the Byzantines?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We are.
Right, I don't know. You just seem to take a lot of pride in this, so I thought maybe there was someone that I don't know, a team that you're rooting for.
Well, we'll talk about this later.
Right on. I didn't get your name. What was your name?
Magnus McCullen. The McCullens have been forging here for centuries. Before most of you were born.
McCullen.
McCullen.
And McCullen, do you happen to have a family name?
It's Magnus McCullen.
Vargas?
Magnus is the first name. McCullen is the clan name.
It's Magnus.
His name is
Not
Magnus
Vargas.
McCullen.
No, Magnus.
Magnus.
The thick, dwarvish, semi-Scottish Irish
I'm pretty
accent.
sure he said Bacchus.
It's Magnus.
Magnus.
Gonna get your chest into it.
Magnus.
Right, I think.
Manfolk
Cyrus,
have
it's
never
more
been quite
like
able to pronounce it.
Cyrus. It's more like Magnus. Been practicing the pronunciation for a while. I think that's about right.
The wee one is fascinating.
Yeah, he
Yes.
is a bit.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so what was the school called again?
Oh, Stone Staff Hall.
Stone Staff Hall. We'll ask about that later. Right. So, continue.
Sure.
What? And you work at the forge. And you tell me about your work.
Well, it's hot. It's grueling work.
And what do you craft most of all?
Well, parents haven't actually let me do that yet.
Well,
They've
come again.
I mostly tend the shop.
Oh, so you. Well, what do you sell?
We sell the makings of the forge.
Which are.
Weapons. Craft. Ancient dwarven craft.
Like, of what sort?
I mean,
All sorts?
I mean, you saw
It's a blacksmith.
their wares. Yeah, it's
weapons, armor.
very fine dwarvish
ornate.
made, plate armor, or even like lamellar scale mail.
You're a fighting sort. We got what you need.
So,
What was that magic spell
for
called one more
reference,
time?
I have 16 different weapons around me,
Okay.
including a ridiculous morning star that's like white with like these green crystals in it.
Anything like
Um,
dwarven made.
Nope.
No, but
What do
you do actually notice her armor is made of abjurum, which is a very unique mineral that dwarves covet because they can't have access to
Seeing
it.
it more closely, like,
Now, what do you think of all of this weaponry?
you dared to bring that mineral into this town?
What do you mean?
Oh, you can't let too many forge masters see that. It's a good thing my parents didn't get a good look at you.
Well, why not? Should I remove it?
Not very common around these parts.
Is it
In a
that
good way.
problem?
In a jealous way.
As you want.
Remy
it.
hides his sword behind his back.
Some people, my parents included, see that and immediately want to scrap it and turn it into swords.
Well,
Well, Bills, if you want to
That's-
borrow my vacation shirt to cover it up, you can.
oh,
I'm gonna hand her the pineapple
that a-
shirt.
good idea.
Hide it.
I put it on.
Sure, you pull your cloak around and you have a little pineapple garb around you.
Like,
Yep.
comes down to my
Yeah,
knees.
Hawaiian shirt with pineapples
And, like,
on it.
elbows. There. Is that better?
I wouldn't say better, but I think it will do better.
It took him
Okay.
a minute of inspecting to actually note. It's, like, dwarves will notice that this is a unique metal, but it'll take him a hot second to actually, like, consider what it is. So you feel like you probably can avoid
It's
most
enough
of
to
that.
Great.
avoid the suspicious eyes.
Sure.
It's only because we've been interacting that he even noticed.
Sure.
But
Spend-
he... Go ahead.
Spend much time outside of Degodois?
No, never left the city.
Have any interest to?
And you kind of see you can do that.
Can't you?
Well, I wasn't born in the city.
Sure.
You could just leave the city you grew up in.
I
That's
did.
what we've
I'm
all
very
done.
glad. I grew up in Stoheller. I'm very glad I left there when I did.
Just the look on his face like that never occurred to him before.
It's kind of a rite of passage for most people.
I think I know why they call him the kid.
Not everybody just lives and dies in the forge where they work.
None of us have.
No.
Well, it's common in the above ground to kind of get out and about once life has got some.
Ma was a
Space
dirty,
in front of you.
rotten liar.
Well, maybe you shouldn't speak about your mother that way.
Well, if she's telling him lies, I don't see why.
Well, it's one thing to tell lies. It's another one to be dirty and rotten.
I don't think this is any of your business, honestly. Shall we continue to the library, perhaps, Magnus?
Yes, we have much to learn. don't
Is it
we
dinner
all?
time yet?
Oh, no.
Okay.
But you can go to the library on the guise of, sightseeing.
Okay.
You can take them there. It doesn't. If you actually want to show them the sights, you can, or you can just go to the library. It's up to you
I
guys.
feel like we're far enough from pick stickers.
Sure.
Come with me.
So he leads you deeper into the Deeping Core, kind of to the center, where you see a large U-shaped building that you glimpsed from afar above on that perch, that kind of curves around to either side with three domes on it, one in the center and two on each side. This kind of gray marble with infinite square colonnades and embellishments in the stone, as well as that same kind of gold and silver filigree and geometric angles that you saw upon those the actual doorway into the city itself. Upon the domes are that glittering green shingles that you can, at this angle, probably some of you can tell this is malachite. It's kind of a rare gem or rare mineral for most surface folk. But he leads you into the central courtyard and then up into the central doors, into a large circular chamber with black and white checkered floor, and a large sandstone desk at the center that is also circular, and a man standing behind it, kind of grizzled, old. What's up?
Hey, can I help you?
Morning.
Morning. What can I do for you? Magnus?
Showing these tourists the sights.
Yeah. Them's tall.
They aren't tall.
Where are they from? Where are you from?
Where are you from?
Oh,
What you doing here?
different places.
What you need? Huh? Are you looking for someone? You looking for something?
We have a message to deliver, actually.
Who?
Yes, sorry, I was just sketching in my notes the U-shaped building. Anyway.
Wrong time of year. It's a yew that comes out on the ground, not
Anyway.
I love that so much.
So more of a schoolhouse rock building, I suppose. Okay. Anyways. Right. Yes. Well, we are here. We are looking for Ogrun Allseer.
Ogrun,
Yes.
what you looking for him for? You need the site?
I need the what?
The site?
The site. No. Although I imagine that it is a great honor to have the site.
Would I know what the site is?
Yeah, you know who Ogrun is. He's the head sage of the Institute, so he sees things.
Wait, so this library is part of...
It's not a library.
I thought we were in the library.
It's partially a library, but it is not a library.
Okay.
You don't even know what this is.
We've just been calling it the library because nobody bothered to listen to what it actually is.
Okay.
So, like, Bells does not know what this place is. She just thinks it's the library.
But you can find all sorts of like arcane knowledge here.
Oh yeah, there's tons of knowledge here, but it is not. That is not its function necessarily.
But it is
Right.
part of the stone staff.
Nope.
No, it's not.
Different building.
Okay, we passed the stone staff building.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right. No, we actually have no need of the site. Simply just delivering a message.
Make a persuasion check. He's gonna insight check you.
Sure.
With advantage, you got homeboy.
With advantage?
Yeah.
No need.
Oh.
We'll see.
28, natural 20.
Oh.
See if you natural 20 again.
I don't, but that's.
Haha, it was actually a disadvantage. I lied. No, I'm just kidding. It was a trap.
It's a trap. It's a trap.
He narrows his eyes for a second, kind of scratches his beard.
All right. He's in the West Wing.
So just this way then?
He just nods at the western portion of the building. There is a large archway that goes into what you can assume is the curve that curves around to that other.
If it's like a U,
Don't-
we're like going up into
No.
one of the.
This is gonna become the new rivers.
It's one of the times of the U. I don't know what else we call it.
Stems?
Oh
No. Anyways.
But he nods over there.
He can take you. Probably.
Wave.
All right, here we go.
This is clearly not a library. What exactly is this place?
It is an archaeological institute.
The Archaeological Institute.
Oh, do you study archaeology?
You could say that.
You seem well known here.
Oh. Remind me of his name, the front desk guy.
Oh, he's Flindy.
Flindy. We interact on occasion.
Flindy?
Comings and goings.
Flindy?
Flindy.
And remind me, what is this magnificent building? Where are we?
Marble Crest Vault.
Marble Crest Vault.
Sorry, I think I kept seeing Sanctuary, but it's Marble Crest Vault.
Yeah.
And it's there's a sage that oversees it.
He's one of five.
One of
that
five
oversee it.
sages.
Right.
Some
Okay.
of this was
Remember-
explained by the innkeep, actually.
Last time, so he's one of 5 people that sort of run the town or oversee things.
Okay. And separate from the Magic Institute.
Separate from
Right,
the
yeah,
Magic Institute.
completely, I think.
Okay.
I am taking him to Ogrun, right?
Yeah, you take them down the hallway that starts to curve around. You see adjoining doors go off in different directions, and tall, like bookshelves, but just full of scrolls and various stone artifacts, broken swords, random pieces of junk, really, but all neatly tucked away in little cubbies. But you do come to that large, kind of curved, domed building's wall with a door in it, and it is ajar. He leads you in, and it is what you might think a library would look like. It's got shelves and all sorts of various books and scrolls, but it's also got tools for excavation in corners. It's got arcane implements that you don't recognize. And it's multi-storied. Its core is hollow, but it's got 3 stories with stairways that lead up to each story. And he leads you up to the 3rd story into a room on the what would be facing the outside wall.
How many people are in here?
You see a fair amount of dwarves.
Okay.
It's not empty, but it's not crowded.
Okay.
But they're mostly reading or going through implements. You see someone cataloging things, putting like small pieces of like paper and string tied on it to swords or broken shingles. But he leads you into this room that is circular and has deep green floor tiles. And you see at the edge of a desk a man bent over writing, a dwarven man, with like snow white hair down to like his butt, basically. Very frizzy, not combed at all, not braided at all. He kind of turns around as he hears someone.
Oi, Ogrun,
Hey,
I have some tourists here.
And he turns around fully. There's this poof of beard hair as it just kind of puffs out in all directions. But the interesting thing that you catch as he turns around is there's a glint in both of his eyes as you see that instead of eyes, he has these white opals embedded in them. With what seem to be sapphires and emeralds inlaid in them instead of irises, and then black diamonds as pupils. He kind of looks over.
oh, hey, Magnus, hey, is that your name?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you don't receive that much company, but welcome, tourists.
Right, we won't be here long. I just have something to drop off to you. And
Oh,
he would just pull the package out and set it on the desk and say, all right, well,
oh,
this is from a friend.
a mutual friend, yes. Very
yes.
good.
He rubs his hands together and kind of takes a sniff of it. Just
It wasn't until he sniffed it that Vinny's curiosity was piqued. And he'd say, mind if I take a sniff?
Didn't take you for the type, but of course, yeah, go ahead.
What
Take
does that mean?
So Vinny takes a whiff of this package.
make
What is he?
make a con save.
A con save to smell the package?
Yeah, make a
Been
con
carrying
save.
it. Oh dear.
Apparently, you haven't smelled it yet.
That would be an 8.
8. Hey, I didn't expect anything to happen here. That's cool. You take a sniff, and it smells like tree bark and maybe dried fungi of some sort.
Musty, kind of like.
Yeah, musty, earthy. And for a second, your eyes kind of go hazy, and the room starts to wobble a little bit.
Oh.
But then it's gone.
Careful. Don't smell it too much.
What you
Yes.
got there, Ogrun?
Well, something we can't get here. Cold flake.
What I know the cult is.
Called Flake. Make a. All y'all can make history checks on that. I guess that'd be history.
25.
General intelligence.
Jeez.
25.
It's an 8.
14.
History?
Yeah, you can do it with advantage, Jeremy.
I rolled a nat 20.
Okay.
Oh.
I rolled 11.
Oh.
Okay. All of you besides you, Magnus, know that Cold Flake is a highly illegal drug.
Yes.
Those of you who rolled above a 15 know that it is a drug made of cured tree bark and fungi native to the area of Stowheller that is mashed, dried, and whittled into long flakes. And it is a mild to strong hallucinogen.
Mild to strong.
It can be very strong if you make it right.
I was just saying, it's a pretty broad array we've got here.
Mild to strong.
It depends upon who's making it.
And by Vinny just smelling the outside of this package, would he be able to determine?
That's pretty strong cold flame.
Okay. Yes. Well. Anyways,
It's hard to get it. I wish you would make it legal.
Yes, I assume you're using it for medicinal purposes.
Medicinal. Oh,
it's recreational primarily.
occupational.
Well, that's a way to put it.
The sight. It helps me.
Ah.
Well, if you're ever looking for a change of careers, perhaps into something a little bit more legitimate.
What I do is completely legitimate. Are you discounting what sight can do?
Oh, no.
You're gonna question Ogrun?
You know what I
His own
mean?
study?
Barrels I found with this.
Do I know
I
what he
would
means
say,
when he says sight?
He means prescient vision.
Okay, yeah, that's what I would assume. Say, I don't mean to make insinuations, but I've got some people I could connect you with, Top Plolul and Drasper, for example.
Never heard of them.
Yeah, that's quite all right. I believe that the errand is over and requires no more of our involvement.
Aye. You've been paid already, or do I need to pay you?
Have you been paid,
What is your-
Mithra?
My payment is in this. I am compensated. Yes, we were told that we would be compensated when we returned. So
I give my best to him.
right, and he, as always, welcomes you with a very warm hug.
I've never met him. Is he a hugger?
He's a hugger. I hope that doesn't tarnish your view of him.
It does a little bit, but it's okay.
Well,
He's still the only source of cold flake on this. Well, the only source.
If I didn't understand what it was before, like just a look of maybe like horror but fascination and curiosity. You're a drug dealers?
No.
More like unwitting drug mules. We didn't know what was in the package.
How do you deliver a package and not know what's in it?
because when you work for this person, you don't ask what's
It was
in it.
wrapped.
We were
It's
threatened.
It's quite illegal to open someone else's mail.
Does that carry forth into Eltheris?
Depends upon who you offend.
Listen, it's illegal to open this. Anyway, we've already said too much.
Drug dealer tourists.
There are a lot of things illegal about this situation. I think opening someone else's mail is probably at the bottom of that list.
But it's on the list.
It's on the
It's on the list.
So look, if we open the mail, then it's just even another charge
Right.
stacked up on top of everything else, right?
No, we're
Maybe. I haven't drafted a code of laws for any of these nations yet. I'm sorry.
Oh god.
I've been really slacking.
Well, what about international law? Because I think that's what we're really dealing with here.
That's true. You know, it's like international waters. What happens in Dwarfland stays in Dwarfland.
right, like our friend Magnus here.
Still just like muttering
Stays in
dwarvish
Dwarfland.
curses under my breath, just like
Magnus. Please. We had no idea. And we had no idea that this was part of your dwarven heritage.
illegal activity in my city.
Well, it is primarily for your benefit, it would seem, as the All-Seer. It helps him. The civilization has been built upon things such as Cold Lake.
I guess I never knew how Ogrun got the sight.
Yes, and well, we're one step closer to fleeing, or what do you call it?
One step closer to fleeing the scene.
We're one step close. You are one step closer to the forge, so to speak.
Oh,
Shall we? Thank you so much for your. And Ogrun, it was a pleasure meeting you. Good luck with all of your seeing. And we can go and have lunch now, I think.
Kind of scratches his eyeball.
Hey, have a good one.
He leads you out. Magnus leads you out into that main lobby again.
it's about lunchtime or so.
Yes, it'll be around lunchtime.
Take him to my favorite lunch spot to kind of like calm down.
Absolutely.
Aww.
As you guys are heading out to the doorway, Vinny, as you go to open the door, it's flung open into your face a bit, and you're kind of knocked over as a stout dwarvish woman marches in, covered in blood, and this deep red set of half plate. She's got like long, like brown hair tied back, and as she's smiling and just like laughing, you see a few platinum teeth, and she kind of.
Do I know who this is?
Oh, you've heard of her. You don't know her, but this is Timrin Wayforger. She's one of the five. She's the head of the lore seekers, the people who actually go out on expeditions. She goes,
Another one done. Oh, sorry. Didn't see you there.
Oh no, I was in your way. We were just on our way out.
Yeah. Have a good one.
she marches back in, and then you see her like laugh and clap Flindy on the shoulders and shake him. He's very befuddled by this.
We stop and like watch over our shoulders.
Okay, she continues to shake him and then picks him up over her shoulders and kind of just dances and then sets him down and kisses him on the forehead and walks off into another hallway.
I wonder what that was all about.
Oh, that's just whatever her name was.
Timrin.
That's just Timrin.
What was that? She was excited about something.
Oh yeah.
She does what?
I would be relatively familiar with what she gets up to, right?
Sure, yeah. She seeks out hidden passages, expeditions into the Underdark. Specifically, they go to Iodosos a lot, looking for the lost city of Banhagborum.
Just like the blood, I wouldn't be surprised by even remotely.
No. She's, 5 times out of 10 covered in blood.
It's just
How
her way.
exciting!
Is it common for dwarves to walk around covered in blood like that?
For that one, yeah.
But not most of them.
I never left the city, so I wouldn't know.
Well, maybe if we're looking for further employment opportunities, maybe that would be an interesting route to go. I mean, exploring secret passages.
Yeah, she looks like she has an interesting job if she's covered in blood 4 times out of 8.
We have found one forgotten city already.
Ooh, interesting.
We do have experience on our resumes.
Yes.
Do we, maybe this is a good time for us to take a quick stock of all of the things that have been lingering on our to-do list, so to speak. I think this, unfortunately, Alin's task is finished. Fortunately and unfortunately, you know what I mean.
Yes.
What else? After this, what?
Bells, are you at all worried about your father?
Perhaps, but I have no desire to return or see him
So,
anytime soon.
did Adrian? Did we pick up any work from Adrian?
I mean, perhaps, but do we
I
really
seem to
want
remember
to
us
be
turning it down.
entangled in a
What did-
political brawl?
Well, what did he have? What did he suggest that we do?
I don't remember.
Well, that's the
Wasn't it
beauty
checking
of
on
is-
his daughter?
That
No,
was
that was
Akita
Akita Gora.
Yes.
Akita Gora.
Checking on Adrian's
wife.
lady wife.
Which I didn't see her the entire time. We looked for her. Now that I'm thinking about it, we were supposed to look, and I never did see her.
Wait,
Well,
Not once.
What are the chances we
why,
get back
why are
up to
we?
Draspa?
Why are we retreading old ground though? We're here now, and it looks like there's opportunity for us to help. Maybe.
No, just
No,
was
wait.
there anything else that we needed to accomplish or
Well, now that
We do
I'm
have
thinking about it. I'm actually quite concerned that I never once saw Ismosal, Adrian's wife. Never once.
I mean,
Maybe she is in trouble.
How hard were you
Perhaps.
looking?
Well,
do you know what to look for? Do you know what she looked like?
yes. I know quite a bit what she looks like. And I did not see her. I looked throughout the halls during the night.
You did that?
Yes, of course. We were told to look in after her. We never saw her. I never saw her. I went looking for her.
Make an inside check, Bells.
Just now.
How do I do that here? There we go.
He's like kind
I
of like
didn't
a
know
sinking
anything about
feeling that
this.
Vinny's like having a realization that he never saw.
13.
He's being honest. You know, he's like, oh yeah, we were supposed to look for her.
Well, Akita Gora had asked us to check in on her, and I did. I checked it. I tried.
Did you tell her you were going to check in on her?
The Akita Gora?
Yes.
I think she said if we go to Oromon, then we should probably. She asked if we would. It was just a favor.
Well, you attempted to,
I did attempt to.
so you could tell her you checked and you couldn't find her.
Yes,
Well, I
but
mean,
I have
we-
greater concerns than just not being able to find her and reporting back to the Akita Gora. Well,
What
she
do you
was my
mean?
friend.
So are you suggesting that we go back to Oromon?
Well, just a little worried, that's all. It just hit me, to be honest. I don't mean to spring this on you, and I don't suggest that we go right away. I just sort of hit me, like I thought everything was just fine. I just assumed that everything was fine, but now everything seems to piece together, and I, in a moment of clarity, wonder if maybe everything was not fine. Anyways.
Do you?
I don't mean it to assuage us from our current mission, but and we are already here. I'm not in any way eager to leave, but
Well, I think we've completed the mission that we came here for.
Well, have we? Do you need to return and let Milkatus know that the work is finished?
oh, he has his ways. We can get back to him whenever. I don't know that it's imperative that we. I think it's imperative that we are prompt in delivering the package, but it's not
Cyrus,
necessarily.
Could you do your thing and find this person?
I can try. I can try, but not here out in the open.
Sure.
Of course, but later or at
Yes.
some point.
Is this happening over lunch?
This is not. You guys are outside walking.
We just
to
stopped.
lunch.
Well, we
walking.
stopped to look at an old girl, Timran,
Of course
the
we
explorer.
Yeah.
Of course you did.
did. Stop to look at a girl.
As you guys are heading to lunch, though, could I have you, and you roll a d4 for me, please?
D4.
Yeah, if you get the same, one of you re-roll. 4 and 4, so one of you guys re-roll.
I got a 4.
I'll reroll.
2.
Oh, I got 4 again.
It's destiny.
I got a 3.
Okay. 3, 1, and 2. We're gonna leave it at that. So, Bells, you hear in your head, "Hello! Vern is fine. He sat in a gazebo for 4 days. Anyway, I learned a new spell, and I'm testing it. Goodbye."
In this like broken, weird speech?
No,
Or is that
I was-
Tyler?
I was counting
thinking?
my words
Oh, okay.
because you can only have
So
so many words.
Tyler
per
was
spell.
counting his words?
Yeah,
Or okay. Phineas was
Phineas was not. But
okay.
this is indeed the voice of
Okay,
Phineas
great.
Lonesong.
Yes,
No.
that was obvious.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay.
But
You can reply.
You can reply
in
if
a
you'd
like
like.
manner.
25 words if you'd like.
Would I know that?
Yeah, it's kind of like an innate part of the spell.
Okay.
Where you know that you can.
Would I know the 25 word limit?
You know that it's limited in its
Thing.
wording.
Okay. Thank you Where are you now? That would be it. I wouldn't want to go too much.
Now you're talking a Phineas Lone song for the next 8 episodes.
I'm really liking this spell.
She would certainly welcome it at first.
He goes, you hear, there's a bit of pause before he goes, Appledale! Best cider in Eltexia! And that's it. He doesn't say anything else.
Oh, jeez.
I think that's it.
You don't have to say anything.
Like, okay. Should just be like, okay.
Love it.
Now, I would turn and tell the group that.
Okay.
Do you want to do their thing?
No, you can.
Okay.
As you guys are walking, Bells is probably a little startled at first with a voice in her head. And then you guys can talk about that if you'd like.
Wait, you heard from Phineas Lone Song? How's Vern? What is he doing? Did he find a place to live?
I don't know. He said he sat in a gazebo for 4 days.
Well, that does sound like Vern.
That sounds about right.
Sounds like he's doing wonderfully.
Sounds like he's accomplished what he really wanted out of life, which was
Yes.
to sit.
But did his people find a home?
Oh, I didn't ask.
We'll ask next time.
Well, I suppose he's at least found a place to sit 4
Well, I
days. My
I
goodness.
don't know.
No, it's fine. It's fine. But if you do hear from him again,
Yes, ask some follow-up questions next time. We're interested. We'd like to know.
Okay. Sure.
You're an interesting bunch.
right?
Hearing messages from miles away. All these people I've never heard of. Forgotten cities.
I'm in the same boat, to be frank. I mean, I've heard them talk about Vern, of course, but he's apparently quite big.
Right.
Yeah.
Very handsome and cool. And attractive.
He is a very dear friend to us all, and he is of a rare people named Furbolg, and these
You've not
people.
heard of Furbolg.
What I've read about them.
Yeah, make a history check.
8.
Nah.
Okay.
So, but his people have been displaced by the giants in the south,
Oh.
and they are looking for a new home, and we were part of his journey for a moment.
Interesting.
As you guys are nearing a nice spot for lunch, your favorite spot within Deeping Core, you feel a slight vibration in the road that grows and grows as the ground starts to shake. You hear the movement of stones rumbling around you.
I'd put my hand on my morning star.
Would I even react to it?
Yeah, this
Nice.
is strange.
Oh.
Magnus, is this what is this? What's going on here?
And as you ask that question, you hear from various parts of the city explosion of rock as it goes flying everywhere, including close by in front of you, next to the restaurant, smashing the restaurant. Rocks explode out from the ground, and a hand puts its grasps the lip of a hole that has been bored into the ground and starts to climb up.
Like a giant
Magnus,
hand?
what is this?
And that's where we'll end tonight's episode.
Wait, hang on.
What?
A giant hand
Yes.
or a normal
Is
size
this
hand?
like-
A giant
Out of a giant board.
plate mail gauntleted hand.